Have you ever wondered what would happen if money suddenly lost its value? What if we woke up tomorrow in a world without dollars, euros, or yen, where credit cards were useless and cash couldn't buy a loaf of bread? Imagine the pandemonium that could break out in an instant. This might sound extreme, but economic collapses are not science fiction. They've happened before, and they could happen again. Welcome to another episode of Ready for Anything, where we explore how to be prepared for the unimaginable. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as fascinating as it is terrifying: surviving and thriving in a world without money. To begin with, we need to understand what a financial apocalypse might look like. Picture this: supply chains falter, supermarkets run out of food, jobs disappear overnight, and bartering replaces shopping malls. In such a scenario, survival doesn't depend on what's in your bank account, but on your ability to adapt, innovate, and dig deep into your survival toolkit. Let's talk about the essentials, starting with food. Your immediate priority in a cashless world? Securing a food supply. We take the availability of food for granted, but if the economy collapses, food will become a currency in itself. Start by building a pantry stocked with non-perishable items like canned goods, rice, and beans. Foods that are inexpensive now and can last for years. But don't just rely on stockpiles. Learn how to grow your own food. Gardening isn't just a relaxing hobby, it's a vital skill. Invest in seeds for high-yield crops like potatoes, tomatoes, and spinach, and consider tools like a mini greenhouse or hydroponic setup for urban spaces. Chickens or rabbits are also excellent low-maintenance livestock that can supplement your food supply with eggs or meat. Now let's talk about water, because no amount of canned goods can compensate for a lack of clean drinking water. A single person needs at least 1 gallon of water per day for drinking, cooking, and cleaning. Securing a reliable water source is crucial. Start with physical water storage solutions. Store water in large, durable containers. Next, invest in a high-quality water filtration system, like a portable water filter or a gravity-fed filtration unit. These tools can make unsafe water potable, especially in emergency situations. Lastly, consider rainwater collection systems if you're in an area with permissible regulations. Becoming water smart is non-negotiable. Speaking of essentials, let's move to energy sources. In a cashless, resource-scarce world, electricity might become inconsistent or non-existent. Think solar panels, wind turbines, or even hand-crank generators. Personal energy solutions not only save you money in the long run, but also give you an edge in a world where energy is no longer guaranteed. Solar power banks are excellent for keeping gadgets charged when you need to communicate or use tools on the go. You might be asking yourself, how will I get anything done without an income? Enter bartering, a skill our ancestors were masters of. Brush up on the basics. Understand the value of skills and goods you can trade. Do you have medical knowledge, the ability to repair tools, or a knack for gardening? In a world without official currency, these skills will become your cash. Practice trading small items now to better understand the art of negotiation and resource valuation. Which brings us to another key point: useful skills. Skills, not stuff, will define who can and cannot thrive. Take the opportunity now to educate yourself in areas like first aid, carpentry, cooking from scratch, and even self-defense. The more skills you have, the less dependent you'll be on a crumbling system. Community knowledge hubs, where you can learn and teach these skills, might also emerge as invaluable resources. Becoming a jack of all trades is not a stretch goal here. It's survival. But let's not forget a critical component of survival: staying healthy. Maintain not only your physical fitness, but also safeguard your mental resilience. A sudden economic collapse can lead to long-term stress, anxiety, and even depression. Build routines now that promote both physical and emotional well-being. Practice meditation or mindfulness to prepare for high-stress environments, because mental clarity will go a long way in ensuring you stay focused on survival goals during adverse conditions. Safety and security will also be fundamental. Economic collapse often leads to social unrest. Learn basic home fortification techniques, Simple enhancements, such as reinforcing doors and windows, can deter theft or looting attempts. Another critical addition: basic self-defense skills and possibly legal, responsible firearm ownership, depending on where you live. Your family's safety will always be a top priority. You might be thinking, this all sounds overwhelming. Where do I even begin? Start small, but think big. Lay one brick at a time. Create a financial contingency plan while it's still an option. Always have emergency cash stashed securely at home. Though money might lose its value overnight, it could still be useful in the initial phases of a crisis. Treat prepping as a lifelong practice, rather than a sprint to some finish line. Equally important, expand your social circle. Build networks. Strong communities are better equipped to face chaos than isolated individuals. Whether it's family, friends, or like-minded neighbors, ensure the people around you have diverse skills. Together, you'll be tougher to break. Alone, you'll always be more vulnerable. Now remember, diversifying your survival strategy isn't just about focusing on the tangible. Don't underestimate the importance of knowledge. Stock your library with books. Yes, actual books. On farming, building, alternative medicine, and wilderness survival. Why books? Because in an internet-less world, they become timeless wells of wisdom. Memorize what you can and keep the rest accessible. Ready to step it up a notch? Think globally. Learn new languages. An economic collapse in one region could force you to migrate to another. Being linguistically prepared gives you an edge in adapting to new environments, securing shelter, food, or even employment, whatever that may look like in a post-collapse world. Spanish, Mandarin, and Arabic are all key languages that amplify your connectivity globally. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of alternative economies? This might sound cutting edge, but alternative currencies and decentralized systems like cryptocurrencies could play a role in a post-collapse world. Investing in tools and knowledge about how these systems work could be your lifeline. Yes, even digital assets can hold value, especially in a time when other systems crash. Of course, judge your risk tolerance before diving in. Finally, let's talk about adaptability. No plan survives first contact with chaos. Whether it's tweaking your strategies or picking up new skills quickly, adaptability is your ultimate survival trait. Be prepared to improvise, and don't get attached to rigid plans. In a cashless world, innovation and a resourceful mindset are more valuable than any stockpile of goods. So, what would you do if money became meaningless tomorrow? Think about it. Building a foundation for survival doesn't just protect you, it empowers you to thrive in unpredictability. That's it for today's episode of Ready for Anything. If you liked this deep dive into preparedness, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights to help you navigate the unexpected. Remember, being prepared isn't about paranoia, it's about peace of mind. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and get ready for anything.